foundation. So my name is Nathan. Let's talk about the iTeraCare. Now, I said in my introduction, this is science. All right, you can say that again, science. So it's not medical in perspective. This is a new wave. The era of frequency healing is here, ladies and gentlemen. And let me get into the foundation of why this is so powerful, understanding because everything is energy. Serge Van Hayen, 1999, said that everything is energy. Quantum physics already has proven that energy is the building block of matter. In fact, there's this two differentiation here, all right? We've got matter and we've got energy. When you talk about matter, it is something that is tangible and energy that is not. But actually, in the entireness of all of this, it's all about energy, all right? There's more details about that, but that is the truth of the matter. Even your human body is an energy field. We are called energy beings. You look at the cells, the microcosms, and look into the atoms and beyond the subatoms, we see energy. They're called waves of particles, light. And you look beyond that, there's more. But in other words, it's all about energy. And we talk about energy, when we talk about frequency and wavelengths and all of this, in other words, everything is vibrating. Nothing stands still. It's an illusion of the way you see things. But at the very subatomic level, everything is vibrating. And this is to show to you that frequency affects matter. Look at this sand on a plate. Every hertz has different formation depending upon the frequency that is being emitted from this tone generator. This is done by Ernst Clandy, a physicist, a musician, ladies and gentlemen. And if this is showing you how it's creating these shapes, symmetrical shape, therefore frequency, sound waves, and different light waves, and all these microwaves, they affect the human body. Now, Nikola Tesla said this many, many years ago. He said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. This is amazing. This is the consciousness today, ladies and gentlemen. Your thoughts and your feelings are also frequency and vibration. Would you agree with me? Why is that so? You know, thoughts, we don't see thoughts, right? But we know the thoughts are there because it emits or it comes with feelings. Every thought has corresponding feelings. When you think about bad things, you got bad feelings automatically, almost instantly. All right. And why are they frequency and vibration? As you know, when you're thinking bad thoughts, anger, all of this, science has proven that even anger has some effect in the physical body, the organs, and people around you. You begin to see it's like bad luck. Things around you becomes chaotic and messy when you are in a bad vibration. That's why it's called bad vibe. And you can feel that even with people around you. People are feeling bad, feelings. You can feel that. You know why? Because it's frequency. But if you feel joy and love and ecstatic and bliss and all these wonderful feelings, you can feel that. And you want to be with people with so high feelings and thoughts. And again, because they are energy. Dr. Joe Dispenza, he said that it is scientifically proven that the body can heal itself, all right, by thought alone. Wow. The body can heal by thought alone. And, he has thousands of data. You can follow this guy. You can watch his YouTube videos. And he said, we've got thousands of datas to show to you that the body can get sick or can be healed by thought alone. Many, many years ago, like thousands of years ago, this medicine man, we call him the shamans, the ancient doctors, the priest, they were using energy and plants to cure their tribe, and community. There was no disease before. Yeah, they can get sick, but there was no disease like leukemia, the cancer that we know today. All right. And all this stroke and different, like diabetes, there was none existent thousands of years ago. People can go as high as 200, 300 years old. You can see that. You read that in books. Why? Because these guys, they understand how to use energy. How do they manipulate energy? How did they create energy? They created by chanting, laying of hands. They created using crystals. These were the methods of how they heal their community. We need to come back to this. And in fact, if you look at all these two pyramids here, this is very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we've got the modern health diet. We call it the healthy eating pyramid. And this was given to us by the health ministry. All the people that is behind all this called health. But as you can see, based on result, people are not healthy. If you follow this health eating pyramid, you're not going to get healthy. What's going to turn out? Well, you're going to probably overweight or malnourished, whatever. If you follow this totally, not really that super healthy, guys. But this is on the right side, the energy consciousness diet. This is totally different. This is the original way. We eat based on the hertz, the frequency, the energy that you're getting from the food. If you look at hot dogs, burgers, chicken, we love this type of food. These are negative energy, which means it removes energy from the body. These are processed meats, and even meat, they have zero energy. But if you go up to the ladder, you know, of this pyramid, you see vegetables and fruits. You see raw chocolates. You can see there's lemons and all this. Even the highest level of energy, which is the sunlight, gives so much energy to the physical body. This is the top priority. People are not going out today. That's why there's no sunlight penetrating in our skin. We're not getting enough life force, life energy through this. This is the energy conscious diet compared to the pyramid that we were taught. Totally different here. Now, in 2003, NASA has discovered something so amazing. It shook the entire science community. They call it the PEMF, physiological molecular electromagnetic resonant field. I'm not a scientist, right? But it can simply show you here. Look at the A and the B side. You can see the A, cellular growth, all right, just by using frequency. There is no chemical here. It's all frequency, electromagnetic fields, and it's also changing the genes. And exposure to that increases the cell growth without any chemicals. This is powerful. This was done by Thomas J. Goodwin. And after that, all of these experiments that they have done many years ago, the scientist has concluded that resonance creates vibration. And vibration creates regeneration of cells. Wow. And the increase of energy of cellular cells energy. That is powerful. So vibration creates increase of cellular energy. Now, how does it look like? Look at this demonstration right here. This guy is using a tuning fork. This is a resonance experiment. Resonance means the same frequency, and it creates an effect of vibration. 440 and 440, you see the ping pong ball, it starts to move. There is vibration. That is what happens to our cells when it is exposed by the terahertz frequency. You know why? Because terahertz resonates with the same frequency as the normal human cells. Read my lips. Resonates with the same frequency as normal human cells. So once it is emitted from the iTeraCare, the cells in the body begins to vibrate. And what does it do? Vibration creates what? Charging of cells. In other words, our bodies made of cells are batteries, and batteries are like these batteries that we have in our cell phone. So when you talk about battery, you're talking about charging it. So the iTeraCare with the terahertz frequency is foundationally a charger to our cells in our physical body. We've got trillions of cells. We need to charge our cells. We need to activate our cells so we can function based on what the cells need. Isn't that making sense? Vibrational medicine is the future of medicine. We can restore, rebalance, and reharmonize the energy flow in the body using what? Frequency. This is what Albert Einstein stated 80 years ago, that the future of medicine is frequency. You're getting there, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to watch this video, and I want you to just listen to this carefully, because again, this shook the entire science community.
So we searched the U.S. patent database, and we find this invention by a physician, Dr. James Bear of Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's called a resonant frequency therapy device, and its purpose is to induce a resonant vibration in a living organism or cell. Over the course of 15 months, we try hundreds and hundreds of frequencies, if not thousands, until we find the magic combination. It's what we musicians would call the 11th harmonic. When we add the 11th harmonic, we begin to shatter microorganisms like a crystal glass. We showed these videos to our friends in the biology department. They said they hadn't seen anything quite like it. It seems to be a new phenomenon. These organisms are being shattered by our electronic signals. We now know that cancer is vulnerable between the frequencies of 100,000 hertz and 300,000 hertz. Leukemia cell number 1 tries to grow a copy of itself, but the new cell is shattered into dozens of fragments and scattered across the slide. Leukemia cell number 2 then hyperinflates and also dies. Leukemia cell number 3 then tries to make another cancer cell. The new cell is shattered and the original cell dies.
That is so powerful. You know, he said that frequencies, different hertz, kills cancer cells, leukemia cells, organisms. This is powerful. This is not the usual way of like bringing health or killing cancer in the body. This is not the usual way. This is what I'm talking about. This is what frequency is doing to our humanity today. It's changing the way we do things. Our lifestyle will be changed using frequency. Now, the terahertz frequencies range is somewhere between 100 gigahertz to 10 terahertz. This is in between the microwave and infrared, the photon and the electron. It's in between that. Now, the American scientists, they call this frequency as the wave of life. Why? Because it matches the vibrational frequency of a human cell. Japanese scientists, they call this light of life. Come on, man. This is amazing. You know, Chinese scientists, they call this frequency as God's wave band. There is something about this frequency that scientists is calling this in a higher level of of description. It's not just an ordinary type. It's not just being used to do technologies to make it easier. It's life in itself. In other words, this frequency matches the life force or the frequency life of our cells in the body. In 2004, the US government named the terahertz as one of the top 10 technologies that would change the future world. Very, very soon, this would change a lot of how we do things, ladies and gentlemen. Now, again, everything goes into data. At the end of the day, we can talk about whatever that is, but we got to showcase, we got to show data, proof that this terahertz is going to do well in the physical body. Now, this lady tested the iTeraCare using a BioWell Kirlian camera. Before the therapy, 75% of the energy alignment of this guy, you can see those circles. Those are 7 chakra circles or energy centers from the crown to the bottom. And the idea is if these chakras are perfectly aligned, the body is creating what you call homeostasis, or the levels of healing the body is at its optimum state. After using the iTeraCare, the premium device, 15 minutes. I'm not talking about 3 days, 1 week, 1 day. I'm talking about 15 minutes. And the energy alignment of this man's body shoot up to 92% in just 15 minutes. That is unbelievable. She extended it to 30 minutes and it shoot up perfect to 100% of energy alignment. That is fantastic. That is unbelievably fantastic. 100% in using it for just 30 minutes. That is amazing. Now, science and medical has done their studies about the terahertz. There are different types of ways to emit or generate terahertz. There is crystals, there is different like silicons and quartz and chips and electronically signals, electron signals. What we're using is we're using crystals, and medical studies have shown that they were testing the terahertz and tumor sizes got smaller, cancer, skin cancer, healing of burn injuries, and even the eyes. You can see all of this, There is this medical diagnostics that they have done, ladies and gentlemen, and they've got wonderful results, all right? There is this one here. This was in 2021 of December. It says that terahertz exposure enhances neuronal synaptic transmission of oligodendrocyte in vitro. What does that mean? Well, I don't really know those oligodendrocyte, but well, it says about neuronal synaptics. In other words, there is a rebonding of neural synaptics. Neural synaptics is when you learn something. These are new things that you learn, and they create bonds in your neurons. And the terahertz help the synaptics. That's why we've got, stroke patients, people who cannot talk, people who forget stuff, people who have this short-term memory. We've got a lot of testimony that says, hey, it improves my memories. It improves the way I do things because why it's here. And there's another one here. This was done by Russian scientists. You can see this. And this Russian Academy of Scientists have again tested its cellular effects of the terahertz waves. And guess what? They tested it for stem cells. And it is so wonderful because they were testing it. It shows that it can stimulate stem cells in the body. Let me show you some testimonies here tonight. These testimonies, as I always say, these are not Photoshop or gimmicks. I'm not here to convince you. I'm not here to sell to you. I'm here to prove to you that this device has changed and is changing thousands of lives all over the world. Well, in case you don't know, this is not a medical device, yes, but we have 500 doctors all over the world already endorsing and using this device. I've seen a lot of them. When I was in Europe, I've met a lot of them. Even in the Philippines, I've met some of them in India. I met a lot of them because why? They believe, even though it's not a medical device, they've seen it, they've used it, and it has changed a lot of lives. So let's look into this wonderful testimonies. Let's start with this influential personality. His name is Al-Fakir Ilala Sheikh Dr. Ismail Kasim. His eminence. He is very influential, a global ambassador of the Sayahada, all right, of this peace program with over 45 years of knowledge and so on, 35 years of research. I mean, this guy is on the top tier. He was featured in the Times magazine. He has millions of followers. He shakes hands with prime ministers and presidents all over the world, but he has a problem. His left foot is being eaten by this sort of infection, and probably his sugar level is going up, all right? And it cannot be cured. But he has doctors, but it's not healing. He was in pain. He cannot walk well. He went to the office. He humbled himself and he said, why don't you try to me the iTeraCare? This is the first therapy. And guess what happens? In the first therapy, those water begins to leak out from the leg. The entire box of tissue was finished. All right. He felt good. And, after several therapy, his leg got better. Can you believe that? He got so convinced. He got so excited and he said, why don't you make me as your global brand ambassador? Wow. He asked Dr. Steven, a guy on a hat. That's the president of Prive. And Dr. Steven signed the agreement immediately. He became the world or the global brand ambassador of Prive. He started sharing this to all his followers until today. And this is what gives me goosebumps. He went to the biggest mosque and he lifted the iTeraCare. You can see that there's a premium and the classic. He lifted that and he shouted in that mosque and he said, this device is a gift from Allah. Wow. I mean, that's it, man. That's it. That shows everything right there, right? For him to say that, an influential man, all right, with a lot of followers, because he was so blessed with this iTeraCare. He shouted that in front of the biggest mosque. Now we've got here severe pain on the leg and for back for 4 years. I know this lady, she was in terrible pain. She cannot walk. Can you see how she walks? I mean, wow, pain. Every time she sits down, goes to the toilet, wakes up in the morning. I mean, pain and pain, severe pain all the time. You can see she screamed right over there. And after just using the iTeraCare for 10 days, I was there. I was so impressed. She started walking without crutches, without stick, without a wheelchair. This is 10 days. 4 days, I mean, 4 years compared to just 10 days. You can see that amazing. Today, she is so active as a distributor of the iTeraCare. Again, someone's life has changed because of the iTeraCare. We've got hair color and growth. You see that from white to dark color. Using it for a few months, bone cartilage grew back. There was bone to bone. This was an x-ray. And after using it, you can see the cartilage grew back. Amazing. How amazing that is. We've got rheumatism arthritis. This lady is teary-eyed. Just using it for 15 minutes, the pain is gone. She's able to close and open her hands. And you know, a lot of people are suffering from arthritis. How many people can you help using this device? How many people has varicose veins? Like this old guy, 74-year-old, using the classic, wanting it for 8 minutes per day. You can see after day 5, you can see the difference. The varicose veins gone. Amazing. This is aneurysm stroke. His name is Paulo. He was admitted in one of the most expensive hospitals in the Philippines called St. Luke's. He had aneurysm, 28 years old. That's unbelievable. Aneurysm for 28, you know, you shouldn't have aneurysm unless you're like 50, 60, 40. I would understand. But for a 20-plus-year-old guy having aneurysm, what happened here? Well, anyways, he was in a vegetable state. A friend of mine went there, started using the iTeraCare. They got one, all right? And then they started using it. After 5 days, this was surprising. He started standing and walking by himself. After 10 days, he was discharged from the hospital, and today he's getting better every single day. That is the power of the terahertz. We've got ascites disease and renal immune disorder. This is the fluid is stuck inside her abdominal organs. You know, and they believe about this. Nothing happens, guys, in like first, second week, third week. Nothing happens. Of course, her pain is lessened, you know, and the doctor said she's supposed not to make it in like few days. She's supposed to pass away. That's what the doctor said. But she survived, and on the 7th week, you know, the navel opened and that fluid started gushing out. You can see those bubbles, you know, and after 3 months, she's totally well. And today she found a job. She's perfectly doing well and right and working as a mom, employed also, and providing for her family. That is amazing. Broken knee in 2 years, the pain was gone in just 30 minutes, and her stress goes down. Pain went down. He got more happier. This was an accident happened in SM. All right, when he tripped down going down the stairs, and look at it, after 14 days, he took a photo with his family. That is amazing. And we've got COVID vax injured. I know this is a very sensitive topic, but you know, all over the world, you cannot deny a lot of people who took the vax has injuries and side effects. This is one of them. This was in Canada, 17 weeks unable to walk after his COVID shot. He got his eczema, the skin problem. But after blowing and using the iTeraCare for 3 days, he started walking down the stairs. 15 days, you can see that those imbalances are gone. I mean, he got better in just using it for 15 days, ladies and gentlemen. We've got meningitis and sepsis. 3-year-old girl supposed to pass away again, desperately needing for help. An angel came. That is the pediatrician of this little girl, the doctor, and she said, "Why don't you try the iTeraCare?" The parents started using it. After 2 weeks, this little girl is back to her knees, back to her feet, Started living her life again. We've got kidney failure. You can see creatinine level went down from 8.2 to 2.8, using it for 2 months. That is amazing. Creatinine is going down from 7.18 to 4.41. Those are the lab test reports. And you can see here we've got skin diseases like psoriasis, eczema, vitiligo, skin disorder, using it for 2 months, 4 months, 5 months. You can see on this picture, this is amazing what terahertz can do to the physical body. We've got instantaneous. This is like firming of the skin, like lifting of the skin. This is using it for 30 minutes. Those dark spots reduced 70% using for the first time in just 30 minutes. You can see those dark circles in the eyes. You can see those lines beside the eyes. Gone, using it for 30 minutes. We've got breast immune disorder. Pain is lowered, using it for 22 days. Pain lowered in 90%. And the lump on the breast was reduced 30%. As you can see, again, there's another science review here done by James Ive, by Riken Center of Advanced Photonics. They're using terahertz that it might offer treatment for cancer. We also have this guy, Eddie Long. He has unknown severe respiratory disease. He was in the ICU using the iTeraCare. He was discharged and got better. We've got this COVID-19, Miss Ida. You know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, she got better using it for 40 minutes. Amazing. We've got this guy. This is in Thailand. Supat Bungkarat, 49 years old. Come on, 49 years old, had a stroke. Woo! This is happening all over the world, but he has hemorrhagic stroke. Unable to speak, unable to feed himself, unable to walk. He needs a tube to eat. He was in a wheelchair. You know, and he has uncontrollable urination, right? He just urinated himself. So now someone introduced iTeraCare, started using it twice a day, 45 minutes each time. So that is like, what? Well, almost like 2-3 hours every day. Amazing. So this guy blowing it, and you can see after 7 days, you know, he started walking, of course, with some help, some few steps right here. And his urination, all right, improved. Those uncontrollable urination improved. It's gone. All right. You can see that he started moving his legs, started to walk. All right. This is amazing. This is 7 days, ladies and gentlemen. 7 days. And they kept doing it. This is the thing here, guys. When you start using the iTeraCare, don't stop. Keep using it every single day. Now, this is 10 days. He's walking by himself. No more assistance. And he started sweeping his ground in his house, backyard probably. You can see that. He's able to stand and walk and clean by himself. All right. And this is him, 30 days. Started walking by himself, jogging. And he said, one day I might start running. So he never stopped doing it every single day, drinking the charged water. Now he is eating out, taking the train, taking the bus, taking the escalator up and down. He's basically mobile by himself. This is the power of frequency, ladies and gentlemen. He never stopped using it every single day. And this is the finale, which will encourage and inspire everybody. This is after 45 days. As you can see, he started jogging, running by himself 45 days after. Wow. Now, in due respect, this lady already passed. All right, I heard, but she's dying. This is the priest. All right. And they started using the iTeraCare for several hours. And guess what happens? She started dancing. Her energy is back. She's supposed to die. Her liver is gone. I mean, his liver is dead. She's very old. She's like 80 plus years old. But the iTeraCare simply just revived her for a while. This is what happens, all right? Now, this iTeraCare is also great for animals. This is my fish. This is a dying goldfish. Started using it for 5 minutes, and it went back. This is a dog. Started using them for a few minutes. This dog started running outside. It's also good for horses, good for different types of pets. There's a lot of usage to this frequency, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So Dr. Joe Dispenza said that all diseases is a lowering of frequency. Low energy, all right, what? You're getting sicker, All right. This natural healing force within each one of us is the greatest force in getting well. There is a force. There is a life force. We are designed to heal ourselves. Hippocrates said that. There is a secret healing system in our body that no one is talking about. In other words, they are suppressed. They suppress the truth that we can heal ourselves. Why? Because it's a business. If the people are sick, it's good business for them. Would you agree with me? Because everybody's going to buy the pills, the drugs. So it's good that people are sick. All right. And that is the fact right there, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want us to know the truth. But now, we all know people are smarter. People are now doing research that we can heal ourselves. We simply need to give what the body needs to heal itself. Now, this is Young Wen Jun, our scientist. This is a patented device. You can see all the papers, test reports, all right, conformity, clinical reports. And Prive International is the only company in the world. Listen, we are the only company in the world that can distribute and market the iTeraCare. There are a lot of fakes that you can see online. Do not buy them. We have tested them. They are dangerous. They got high levels of radiation, in case you don't know. We've got testings, and they are cheaper. Yes. They don't have safety reports. They don't have clinical tests. And they just, ride on the success of Prive. So don't buy them. It's a waste of money. You buy this iTeraCare. They say it's expensive. Well, if you see it that way, it's expensive. But if you look at long term, you're actually saving so much money. How much that is cost when you go to the hospital today? I mean, if you've got a lot of these problems and your disease is really on a high level, you can spend probably hundreds of thousands or not millions. So this is a lifesaver. This is saving you a lot of money and also giving you the energy that you need. So you get the iTeraCare. This is the only one in the world. It has the 3-in-1 core technology. It has the Terahertz technology, the quantum technology that is using the optical quartz crystal. This crystal is molded using different types of elements or ingredients. All right. And this mimics 1/40th of the sun's energy. So it's like having a sunlight on your hands. It strengthens the auric field of the body. This is how it affects the cells. Our normal cell has a millivolts, has a cellular voltage, according to science. 70 to 100 millivolts is a normal cell or healthy cell. A weak cell is 50 to 60. A bad cell, like cancer cell, is somewhere between 5 to 20 millivolts. This is the abnormal state. Once these cells are exposed to scalar energy, they start to eliminate, liquefy, and the weak cell starts to recharge or optimize back to a healthy state. This is what the energy is doing to our cells. All right, so I want to skip that video. Now let's go to the two main functions of the iTeraCare. The first function is it actively finds and protects the good cells. Number two, it actively finds and eliminates the bad cells. These are the benefits. All right. Unhealthy cells starts to liquefy. This is good. That's why you need to drink a lot of water. Some of you start to perspire. Some of you start to defecate, urinate a lot. Because why? It's eliminating those unhealthy things or substances or cells in the body. Activate inert cells, increases self-healing ability. This is my favorite. The body heals itself. And this iTeraCare helps the body heal itself. Because why? It resonates with the cells and it enhances self-repair and it creates that homeostasis. It clears meridian points, having like meridian, points and those acupuncture without the needles. Improves microcirculation, tiny nerves and vessels in your brain, regulate the glands and hormonal balances, and it removes body humidity, ladies and gentlemen, like fats and moisture. Wow, that's amazing. And overall blood circulation. This is what we're talking about. When you talk about circulation, the traditional Chinese medicine, they know this has been done even during the ancient times, that if you have a pain, it is caused by a blockage of qi or energy or a blockage of your blood. So they have to do some sort of massage, some sort of, crystal, some sort of ointments and some sort of, acupuncture, because by focusing or increasing the area, that area with energy, it begins to, it fix the flow of blood and energy, and the pain is gone. All right. That's how basically it is. And the iTeraCare, when you focus on areas where there is pain, like arthritis, rheumatism, back pain, muscle cramp, joint stiffness, those are areas with low circulation and low energy. When you focus on that, that's the specialty of the iTeraCare, guys, you will see this is one of the best pain, I would say, management. All right. I don't want to say pain reliever, all right, but it's good for pain management. That is 5-star, and that is called the iTeraCare. You can see this was tested by the Beijing Research Institute. And this device, again, is great for inflammation, discomfort in the body, blockages in the body. And ladies and gentlemen, it's great for skin beautification. You want your skin to glow, firmer skin, lifting of the skin, use this device on your skin every day, before you sleep, after you wake up, after taking a bath. Use this on your skin. I've been using this now for almost 2 years, and I can see the wonderful effects on my skin, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a lot of ladies using this device. You can see a lot of these ladies, a lot of testimonies over the internet, in YouTube. There's a lot of these ladies using this device, and they love it. All right, they simply love it. Now, children can use it, infants can use it, elderlies can use it. It's easy to operate. You can use a stand. All right, you can ask somebody to blow it on you. You can use yourself. You can blow it on yourself. It's easy to use, okay? You just focus on areas where you feel there is, like affected areas where it's uncomfortable or there's pain. All right, and this is a feature that is so, well, like no other. This is one of the best feature of the iTeraCare. It activates the stem cells in the bone marrow. Our bone marrows are like the factory of cells, stem cells, white blood cells, red blood cells, all those cells, and many, many more. And once you blow on your spine, just like what this guy is doing, you're going to activate those dormant stem cells in the bone marrows. And when you talk about stem cells, you're going to get younger, look younger, new kidneys, new organs, new lungs, new tissues, newness of your physical body. This is what Hippocrates said. If there's a way to hit the bones, then all diseases can be treated. This ancient Greek father of medicine said that. And how do you do that? You use frequency. Hitting the bones plus frequency. The terahertz. It's like we have decoded the secret to being young and healthy again. You charge your water, make sure you charge your water, structure your water, drink this type of water. And I always suggest, this is what we do in the house. It's not just charging the water. I place a pinch of sea salt, rock salt, in a warm water. Why? Because it's rock salt, not table salt, okay? Rock salt, sea salt, the natural one. It is good for energizing the body. Because when you have this salt in the body, it actually absorbs more water and hydrates your body. And not just that, it is hydrating your cells with this structured terahertz water. So use with a pinch of salt. That's what I do in the house, and I love it. I drink that all the time. Salt is an energizer. Sodium is an energizer. Of course, people say, well, I'm high blood. I'm supposed to be taking sodium. The table salt is what is actually bad for the body. So use rock salt. Himalayan salt is also nice. The natural salt, not those processed iodized salt, because they are processed. They're not healthy. All right. This is just my recommendation. Right. So charge your water, drink it with the warm water, drink this charged water, and you can use this water also to water your plants. We've got a lot of these testimonies in YouTube. They water their plants. They use structured or terahertz water for their flowers. And that is amazing. Okay. So now an hour of therapy is equivalent to 10 times of acupuncture, 20 times of cupping. This is the benefit, guys. And 30 times of gua sha and 40 times of massage. And if you heat the body again, there is this boosting of your immune system, increases your metabolic activity, your cellular oxygenation, your blood flow increases. Soften connective tissues, relaxes the muscles. So we call this localized sauna. I love that word, localized sauna, because why? When you increase the heat in particular areas, like also increase the coldness, there is what we call shock proteins, and they begin to increase in the body, which is very good for the body. Now, ladies, never use your hair dryers anymore. Now, you can still use them, but you know that even in Google, you can see it in the internet, this type of devices, the hair dryers, are very, very I would say, I don't want to use the word dangerous, okay? That would not be the word there, but this could have bad long-term effects, which is linked like insomnia, Alzheimer's. So don't use this. If you can, use the iTeraCare, use the Pro device for your hair. Dry your hair, not just your hair, but you can see your skin, your volume of hair, your body's going to be healthy. This is what I use for my hair drying, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't use any other hair dryers but the iTeraCare. All right, so we don't recommend, this is now the precautionary right here. We don't recommend if you're pregnant, you can just drink the charged water. All right, some pregnant women, they use it, but the company doesn't want to recommend because, again, all right, for safety reason, it doesn't mean that it's harmful, but you know, whatever happens to the child, you might say, hey, it's iTeraCare. But again, we don't recommend, just drink the charged water. Menstruation, don't blow directly where there is period or menstruation. All right, stent in the heart, don't blow directly. Any object that is implanted, don't blow there directly. Open wounds, fractured bones, bleeding tissues, don't blow there directly. The heat could aggravate that area and can cause more pain. Lens implanted in the eyes, you don't blow there. If you have contact lens, remove it. If you got glasses, you got to remove it. All right, so refer to the blowing guide manual. This is sent to you for free. And let's look into the pricing. The price in Europe is $499. In the Philippines is $18,240. All right, $380 in the US. Every country has different pricing because of taxes. Okay, so ask the person that invited you tonight for the pricing. It's all there available in the back office if you wish to order. All right, it's all there in the back office. So this is a revolutionary product. Revolutionary means it's a game changer. And what is that game? The game before is, if you have a pain, pop a pill. If you got a problem, pop a pill. That was the game. That was the way that is taught to us. But the game is changed. This is now the new way of wellness. Don't pop a pill. Everybody knows. Every doctor, if there's a doctor in the Zoom, the doctor would agree with me that every pill has a side effect. It's in a little print. No matter how good that, if it's synthetic, it's synthetic. Every synthetic that is natural, long-term effect will be bad for the body. So if you can, I'm not saying you don't use your pills. You can, if it's needed, still move on, still continue. But if you can move away from it and shift into natural, using the frequency, using natural foods, don't pop a pill, just blow it with iTeraCare. That is just my recommendation, all right? Now, this company is growing fast. We are already in 60 plus regions, countries, cities, and states all over the world in 2 years' time. We are expanding and growing fast. We are breaking records. We've got leaders all over the world, and we are expanding very, very powerfully and strongly like never before. Wow. Why? Because we've got one of the best products in the world with powerful leaders. We've got the right product. We've got the right business. We've got the right company. We've got the right business partners. All right. Everything is right. The question is, are you the right person who's going to bring this iTeraCare to the world? If you are that person listening to my voice and you want to bring this new idea, this new wave of wellness, this iTeraCare to the world, you say, count me in, Nathan. I want to join the mission. I want to join this crusade. I want to be part of those that will bring this good health to the entire humanity. Now, this is our goal. One iTeraCare device per household, bringing life to every home. I'm sure you got what I mean. All right, so a lot of good updates, ladies and gentlemen. September is tomorrow from the Philippines, and in September, there will be a lot of great events. We will be going to Australia and New Zealand. big events right there. Myanmar. And after that, in October, I'll be in the United States for the epic event together with the Crown Ambassador, the board of directors, and a lot of great leaders in the United States will be gathering together in Las Vegas MGM, October 5 and 6. Don't miss that. If you are in that area, if you want to fly in, let us know, because there's a way to get there. There are registration, of course. You got to get in and ask the person that invited you. All right. And there's more to come. November, we'll be going to London and also going back to Europe. And we have our 2nd anniversary, huge mega celebration in Thailand, Bangkok on January 20 and 21. Join us for that huge event. The energy will be unbelievably high. It will turn you to become one of its biggest, most powerful believer and crusader of the iTeraCare. And that energy would definitely change your life and the way you see this new wave of wellness. Okay. And I'm sure you're very, very excited. Again, thank you so much for being with me. All right. This is every Thursday. And this is Prive. Prive is all about achieving the prime of your life. When you talk about prime,